The Vintage Showcases are some of the most important matches of Vintage a year on MTGO, and they are rapidly approaching. Next weekend will be the first Vintage Showcase of 2024. I need to start getting my prep ready. Serious decks only. All right, welcome back, Vintage Gamers. This is the last challenge before the first showcase of 2024. We are currently in a Lurrus Saga metagame. It is the most played deck. It's one of the more winning decks as well. Week to week, the number does change. Sometimes it's closer to 50. Sometimes it's closer to 55. We're kind of in the point of time where you saw like the beginning of Breach or the beginning of Mono White Initiatives runs where it has like a solid win rate and is among the most played. So yeah, people need to buckle down and try to figure out ways to beat Lurrus Saga. This, I'm not sure, is the way to beat Lurrus Saga. This is just a list that I felt like running today. I will probably try to put a lot of thought and effort into making my next week's deck one that actually beats Lurrus Saga. Oh no. You're right. I don't have the right frames. It's because I now own a bunch of Lodestone Golems and a bunch of Thorns because of that Legacy video. So it doesn't default to the nice one. Man, this thing is running slow though. All right, we need to quickly drop from this event and re-enter this event with the correct artwork. Yeah. This is very important, you know. I know my viewers on YouTube and Twitter would simply collapse in pain if I did not correctly put the right frames in. Oh, and I broke Magic Online. We are killing it this morning, and we're still recording. So, hi YouTube. All right, I believe we are now in the event. Let's just make sure we are in the event. 7-rounder. Lots of players playing Vintage today. Yeah, this is an Aggro Shops deck. This is a Null Rod Aggro Shops deck. Is there anything interesting about this deck? I got some Metamorphs and some Serpents. I think they're kind of good right now. Yeah, I don't know. It's a Workshop Aggro deck. Have you seen a Workshop Aggro deck? If you haven't, check out my other videos. If you have, here we go. See you in round one. Are you interested in weekly Vintage metagame recommendations? Do you want to see your deck list played on my channel? Or maybe you are just looking for the best way to support my Vintage content. Make sure you check out the Patreon link in the description below. Let's battle. Okay, welcome to round 169 players, 7 rounds of Swiss. I'm on the play, and I've got the correct framing, Lodestone, and a really, really strong hand. Keep. This looks like Workshop, Automaton, Mox, Sphere to me. You could also go like Lodestone, but I think that's just giving up too much value. So I like Automaton. Obviously, ooh, they're F6'd. Good sign for the Workshop crew here. And if they're F6, that makes the Sphere a little bit of a better play than Lodestone as well. All right. Boom. You may concede the match at any time. What say you, opponent? Should have won the die roll. This isn't even like I mean, this is a strong Workshop hand, don't get me wrong, but this isn't even like a top tier roll. Like, this is a Patchwork and a Sphere. Urza's Saga. Mox? Sure. You got it. Does this let me play both? 5 mana? No. I could play Nettlecyst Equip. It doesn't seem very good, though. I don't know if they're Workshop or if they're blue. If they're blue, I'd like to play Lodestone. If they're Workshop, Lodestone's worse than playing Nettlecyst. Nettlecyst is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's only going to be like 1 more damage. So I guess it's just better to play Lodestone. And that's always lets me go Nettlecyst Equip next turn if I want. So don't think we'll be doing Nettle Cyst equipping just because it's probably better to have spread out damage. But it's possible we would go Nettle Cyst equip. Like, if my opponent's making a construct every turn, Nettle Cyst equip is, like, worse, right? Well, it depends, I guess. If they make a 3/3, then I guess it blocks Lodestone, so maybe we do need a Nettle Cyst equip. It's possible. I'm glad you agree. And I'm glad you subscribed for 44 months. I appreciate that. I'm more afraid of my opponent, like, conceding the game and us not knowing what they're playing. But I guess they are Saga, F6, no Lurrus. So that means they can be like Tinker, Jewel, or Workshop aggro, right? Damn. Our deck's too strong. They just conceded before playing any cards. Ugh. What do we want to do? I don't recognize this name. Let's just take a quick peek. There's a vintage league from 2021 with Workshop aggro. So let's make the assumption my opponent is on Workshop aggro. I think that's pretty reasonable with F6 past ratings and or past decks and Saga. So I'm going to bring in Wormcoil, Crucible, Shadow Spear, and Needle. And then I'm going to take out on the draw these Null Rods, Chalice, Thorn, Trinisphere. Do I have more cards I can bring in? I really just like hate spheres in general in the mirror on the draw. Maybe I can take out these two for 2 traps. Seems fine. Yeah, I like that. We got a Workshop. We got a Mindbreak Trap. We've got some nice ones. It's definitely a keep to me. Let's get the F6 bluff going. Ancient Tomb, Black Lotus, Crack. Precursor Golem? Based. Very based. I'm gonna leave this in case I get wastelanded. I believe we've been beaten. I believe our opponent was ready for the Workshop Mirror, threw down the Precursor Golem, and now I am doomed. Tolarian Academy, no artwork, new frame. Ah. Patchwork Automaton, 4 mana Tolarian Academy. I don't believe we are coming out of this game alive. You got me. 9 damage. Pass? They have Mindbreak Trap. They have Mindbreak Trap. They 100% have Mindbreak Trap. Oh, I'm getting Mindbreak Trapped. They don't have Mindbreak Trap. They just played nothing. Okay. All right, well. I got 2 3/3s. That's half the way there. I will name the card that has activated abilities and is not a land. And is not Black Lotus, because they used Black Lotus. I will name Soul Ring. I will name Arcbound Ravager. Yeah, there we go. Name Arcbound Ravager. There you go. Got him. I do not believe we are winning this game. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yep. All right. Well, I don't have a lot of choices here in the matter. I will wait. They didn't use their academy with all their things in play. Seems bad. I mean, I can't win. We're chief of the Foundry precursor golem. We're so dead. They are just too aggro. Wait, what is that? My only good card? I go to 2? The old post-combat chief of the Foundry after they lose their whole board. Not ideal. You would think the lethal attack would be more interesting. This was the only card in my deck, I think, that gives me a chance, so. Caracas? What is happening? Whose deck? Is this an ADM deck? This feels like an ADM deck. This is an ADM deck, right? Let me just look at ADM's last list. This feels like ADM deck to me. ADM played Arcbound Crusher in his last list. 4th place, other shot. Yeah. Okay, so this is this deck. I knew there was a deck. 4th place by ADM, 4 Chief of the Foundry main, 3 Caracas main, of course. 4 Metamorph, 4 Precursor Gold. We are never, ever winning this mirror. Holy hell. No wonder it top 8'd. They played this the week. No, this is actually a week after. I was gonna say they played this the week of the workshops resurgence, but yeah, I mean, I'm never ever beating 3 Shadow Spear, 4 Metamorph, 4 Precursor Golem, 4 Chief of the Fountain. How am I ever winning? That's crazy. Oh, this is almost a lethal attack. I mean, they have a Manifold? No, they have a Shadow Spear, right? I guess the Shadow Spear doesn't matter here. I don't believe we are winning. My opponent's cards are so much better for the mirror than mine. It's actually wild. They just have like nothing else. There's no bizarre. Oh, there's 4 needles. Okay, man, things are bad. Things are very bad. No, there's just no way I ever win this matchup. I just can't. It's impossible. I don't. It's an ADM deck. You don't understand the mind of ADM. They just really wanted to win the workshop mirror. Wait, this kills me. I'm so doomed, man. All right. So the only way I'm really winning this realistically is if I like sphere them out, I think. So I'm gonna bring in some things back in here. Well, Nullrod's not very good against Foundry Inspector, Revoker, Automaton, Precursor, Metamorph. It's only good against Shadow Spear, which is not really the problem here. I think the only way I win this game is like a Crucible, Wasteland, Lock. I'm not bringing in Nullrod. Bad. I think I'm gonna just... I think I need the Turnosphere. Like, normally I'm not really huge on the Turnosphere, but like... Just gonna take a Revoker out and play the Trinisphere. I feel like I just need to high roll like a prison style game here to win. I just don't know if this is good enough. I just told you why. I told you exactly why. Because I don't believe I can win a normal game of Magic. My opponent's deck is incredibly geared to beating me. So the only way I'm winning this game is if I try to lock my opponent out. This would be a great hand if my opponent didn't have 4 Benamor, 4 Precursor Golem. I mean, I'm keeping it, but like, I probably need to draw Wasteland off the top. I don't like think Trinisphere is a card you want in this matchup, but I don't think I have a choice either, so. I'm gonna revoke a 1-drop, probably Soul Ring. Yeah, Soul Ring. I don't think I'm gonna revoke Shadow Spear. I have a Shadow Spear of my own. I think it's way too early to revoke a Shadow Spear. I really just want to draw Wasteland. If I have Crucible Wasteland, I think we're winning this game with a Chalice in play. Another Revoker. Okay, well, that one will go on Shadow Spear eventually. All right, I'm just gonna get the big attacker in play first. I think that's the best play. Obviously, if they wasteland me, then I don't have any mana, but like they can't really be wastelanding me if I'm the one with the attackers. I am gonna trade off this like they could have a Soul Ring, I guess, but I don't think I care. I think I'd rather them get rid of a blocker. Saga Soul Ring, I assume. Maybe not. Maybe they just think they have to block. They had exactly Soul Ring. No! It's okay. I have another Revoker for the Soul Ring, so. I think the next 2 big tournaments, Nook, are an event on Long Island in the middle of the year and an event in Oklahoma City in the middle of the year. I'm going to try to go to both of them if I can. Metamorph as a Nettlecyst, but it's so small. I'm just like tempoing them out right now. I really just need a... Oh, they have a Shadow Spear too. So do I revoke the Soul Ring or do I revoke the Shadow Spear? Why do I have 4 mana and 2 and 3 drops? This thing's a 4/4 right now because they have a Saga. I guess I just have to revoke the Shadow Spear. I mean, we're just gonna lose to the Saga because we never drew any lands, right? Maybe I just have enough to tempo them out here. Mardu Shadow Spear. I mean, these are both... This is lethal attack. They have to chump. They're just off it. Sweet. That was very close. Almost didn't work out. Not the best set of draws, but we got there. It's lethal. Should have named Soul Ring. If I do that, then they make a construct and equip. And then is it still lethal? Maybe it's not lethal. I guess I think it's fine either way. They don't have mana for both. Oh, I guess if I turn off Soul Ring, they can't equip unless they have another land, is what you're saying? But the Saga doesn't find mana yet. It will eventually find mana. I'm not really worried about it. It seems fine. I don't think my opponent had the optimal sequencing in these games, but it worked out. All right, welcome back. Round 2 up against Andreas Echo Baron. Well, he can play any deck, so hard to say what he'll be on. I think this double Saga Patchwork Null Rod hand is acceptable, so. Mono white. No one will understand why I'm laughing, but I may have played this matchup already today. This exact 2-player, 2-deck matchup. Ooh, so good here. All right, I need to remember this Chancellor trigger. Pretty sure. I was gonna go. Obviously, I was gonna go Saga Lotus Patchwork Null Rod, but now we probably want to go Ancient Tomb Lotus Patchwork Null Rod. But that just like gets us our Saga so late, right? But I want to play a Null Rod this turn because I want to stop my opponent from playing a card on the next turn. But I also need to be very careful of my life total. Is the answer maybe like Saga, Lotus, Null Rod, don't play Patchwork, and then just simply go Ancient Tomb, Saga on the turn after? I just like think we need to get construct tokens down faster than Ancient Tomb first is letting us, but maybe that's not the case. Well, I think I'm gonna still go with this line. I can't draw enough artifacts that lets me attack through next turn. I guess that's gonna forge. I guess that's always the case. I'm not sure I'm beating a 5/5 no matter what, am I? It might just be too slow. Just being lost the die roll. They have a Thalia too. Oh, they have a Dauntless Dismantler. Wow, it's so good against me, huh? Crazy. Did draw the Nettle Cyst. Am I willing to take 2 damage? This thing's tapped, but the creature won't be tapped. I feel like I don't have a choice. I think I need to get a Saga in play this turn. So I have a double block. This game, man, I guess Saga tokens just don't do anything if they have Dauntless Dismantler, huh? If they have no Solitude, I have a double block. All right, so this is a pretty easy double block. Have to make it. Hopefully they have no Solitude. I assume they kill... This thing can always attack through that next turn. Depends on if they have a land or not for a third creature. Because theoretically, I can steal the initiative if I have an artifact. I guess you'd probably block this because if I don't have a castable artifact, then I can't attack through this Dauntless Dismantler, right? I can't equip my Nettle Cyst because they just have land. That's really bad for me. I don't think I'm beating another creature here. Can't equip Nettle Cyst because of Null Rod. Okay, they didn't have a creature. So they either have Seasoned Dungeoneer, Solitude, more lands as their other 2 cards to go with Chancellor. I'd love to just like a Moxen off the top to make this thing a 4/4, and then I can still make constructs and I can attack. A Wasteland. Now we're in an interesting spot. I guess I can't stop them from going into archives. But any constructs I make, they can just blow up with this Dismantler. Do I have a needle in the main? Question mark. I do. This is hard choice. They get to draw an extra card. I can't attack through this until I cast something. I think I'm still making constructs. The problem is I can't even get in. I can maybe get in next turn if they like miss this turn. Looks really bad either way. This is very, very worrying. I guess technically if they play another land, they could, I guess they need if they have like an Ancient Tomb, they could maybe blow up my 2-drops. Probably not. I mean, they're just going to do it on 0 to blow up my 2 constructs, right? But I mean, I make a construct, and then I make a construct, and then if they don't blow it up, then I needle it, and I attack and get in. So if they do blow it up, then I still get attack and get in, right? So I think this is fine. Well, I mean, Andreas simply has the full range of the format, so he can play any deck he thinks is good. Maybe he's also playing it because he's queued up for a million matches at once. It's possible as well. Like it currently says he's queued for 264-player vintage cubes and a vintage cube draft league. Whereas I am simply playing one match and streaming. But we already know that if I try to play more than one match and stream, it doesn't work. So I think 2 is the most things I can be doing at the same time for Magic. Like I can either play 2 matches at the same time or stream a match and talk about the match. So once why play Academy over Waste since we can't beat the creature? Didn't I explain that? Or did I not explain that? So my plan is to make a construct at end of turn and then make a construct on my turn. If my opponent does not use the Dauntless Dismantler, then I can get a needle off of my Saga and name the Dauntless Dismantler and then attack in and steal the initiative. If my opponent does activate the Dauntless Dismantler in response to my needle, I can simply attack in and steal the initiative. If I wasteland my opponent, I have no chance of stealing the initiative. Oh, you want me to tap my tomb? I'm trying not to tap my tomb. That's what you're asking. You're asking why, because I'm just trying not to tap my tomb. Would it be better to tap my tomb and wasteland? So I would go to 2 life. No. I have to use. It's not 6 to 4. It's 6 to 2. Right. I guess theoretically I could not make the second construct, but 2 life is like not a very good life total against initiative because they have not only because they have like an Archon of Emeria. It's not unreasonable though. Like maybe we just go to 2 and we wasteland them. I definitely didn't consider it as much as I probably should have. I kind of just like ruled out going to 2, but it's possible I should not have done that. Trap has already happened, so my opponent's moving into the archives to draw a card, but we need to make sure. So like the worst thing that can happen is my opponent plays a land, plays a 3-drop, and has Dauntless Dismantler up. Yeah, maybe we do have to wasteland and just use the tomb anyways. Like depending on what we draw for turn, it's also like incentivizes us to like use the Ancient Tomb or use the Talarian on their turn, and then on our tomb use a tomb. Well, Throne is not the deal 5. I think Throne, if they get a Throne off, they just win, I think, no matter what. I don't think we can ever realistically beat Throne. So, like, if my opponent ever just, like, casts another initiative creature, I think we lose. So maybe that's, like, another reason we should be wastelanding, so that they can't play a Seasoned Dungeoneer. Yeah, actually, I'm, like, kind of talking myself back towards Akumetsu's line. Because, I don't know, the more I use Tomb, the also, like, the beginning of Tomb being turned off as well, right? So if I use Tomb twice here, I can no longer ever use Tomb, but that probably doesn't matter because I have an Academy and a Workshop, and I need to wasteland my opponent. So yeah, I kind of think that I'm wrong. I think we probably should have wastelanded our opponent, seeing as I don't think we realistically can beat a Seasoned Dungeoneer, right? And my opponent's drawing an extra card. No, my opponent is in multiple matches of Magic, maybe 3 or 4, so we're just talking through our lines. But yeah, so I actually kind of think if I could go back, I would wasteland and just use the Tomb out. Yeah. All right, my opponent looks like they've drawn Ancient Tomb. I don't think we can win then because they do have a Seasoned Dungeoneer. So even if I had gone with the Wasteland line, we would not have been able to beat this. So yeah. So I don't think it matters much what we chose to do because we could not win here. But I do think looking back, I do think I kind of agree with the line proposed of Wasteland and use the Tomb. All right, I think I can just concede here. My opponent has vanquished me. All right. I needed to win the die roll. On the play versus initiative. Shadow Spear, Worm Coil. Thorn goes out. Needle goes out. Maybe, oh, I said we keep Needle for Dauntless Dismantler. I like all the Null Rods and Trinispheres and Chalices on the play. I swear I remember taking some... What else was I taking out in this matchup? I literally just played this matchup, but maybe I never played on the play. I feel like I played on the play. I had Worm Coil, Shadow Spear, and Engine in... Oh, I trimmed a Null Rod. And I trimmed Thorn, and I trimmed Needle. I don't know. Like, being able to get Needle for Dauntless Dismantler seemed kind of good. I don't know if I like that much. On the draw, when you take out all your null rods, it gets like a little bit easier to do stuff. So I'm not really completely sure. Maybe it's just 2 null rods on the play. It's probably fine. And then on the draw, we can board out null rod for trap. That makes sense to me. Seems reasonable. All right, I won the die roll. I have a Saga Soul Ring Automaton angle. I have an Ancient Tomb Soul Ring Inspector angle. All right. Well, I'm gonna keep this. It's not particularly good, but I think it's fine. I don't think Old Frame Crucible is on Magic Online either. Or if it is, then it costs too much money. I believe it's just not on Magic Online. So I don't know what set Old Frame Crucible came in, but it's not on Magic Online. It is? Where? I'm not seeing it. I just looked through all the goat bots and I don't see it at all, so... If you know where it is, then let me know. I'm down. I just looked on GoatBots. I don't see an old frame Crucible. What do you want from me? Not a single one of these is an old frame. Oh, it's just bugged? Oh, I'll have to go look after this then. All right, I'm just gonna go Saga Soul Ring, Automaton. Obviously not the like strongest of the plays we can make here, but I think just getting everything in and getting a Saga going is best. And hopefully they just wasteland my Saga and I play an Inspector. Didn't happen. This is a Dismantler. Sure. Sapphire. All right, I guess that's kind of annoying, right? Well, I want to make constructs, so it is what it is. Damn, this card is so good. It just one taps my constructs. It's gonna put my freaking Lotus into play tapped. This card's unreal. Man. One, 4. Oh, they're just attacking my mana. I wanted to trigger my Patchwork Automaton to a point where I could attack this turn, but I don't think there isn't a point where I can attack this turn because I got my Soul Ring killed. Because the Bloatus will come into play tapped. I guess I can just Needle the Dismantler, right? So we're actually fine. They got greedy. I think you want to play out the Sapphire. All right. Well, I got 2 5/5s now, though. So if they don't have a way to, like, a second Lauren to kill this Needle, they can't use this Dauntless Dismantler, and I think we're okay. Workshop. It's really good here. Go Workshop, Lodestone, attack all. I think that's slightly better than going Worm Coil. Swords a construct, sure. I think we got this one. Opponent could have like Caracas Lauren or second Lauren kill Needle and then blow up Dismantler, but that costs like so much white mana, right? We'll take these. Absolutely take these. They're at 3. They can't even use their Ancient Tombs, really. Looks pretty bad. Draw a card. Makes sense. All right, what you got? Nice. I feel like we snuck that game out. I like the one Needle in the sideboard. Or sorry, in the Saga toolbox. Looks good. All right, so here, Trinisphere on the draw, Chalice on the draw, and Null Rod on the draw, and we turn it into Mindbreak Trap, Needle, and what's the other one? What am I missing here? Oh, maybe I just bring in Crucible. Seems fine. Yeah, that's fine, I guess. All right, what do I have? I've got Saga Nettle Cyst. I feel like that's probably fine. Even if they were like turn one Dismantler, we have Saga, Crypt, and Soul Ring. If it's turn one Thalia, we have same thing. Yeah, this is probably fine. Feel like it's a keep. I mean, turn one Archon is like just always GG, so it's like not too super useful. It's not super something concerned to be concerned about, I think. Oh, looks like it's a turn one Thalia. Oh, a turn one Dismantler. Okay. Card's really annoying. So the good news is I can still play all my stuff. Don't think there's any reason to play a sphere. Well, I want to play all my mana out. Yeah, I'm just gonna play all my mana out. I think it's like possible I just go like City double Nettle Cyst next turn here. Maybe I'm thinking like I'm not even thinking about this game right now. I'm thinking about data. I'm thinking about if I should upload all the prelim data since like maybe since Mono White Initiative might be worth it. Years worth of prelim data. They wastelanded my Saga and attack with Dismantler no creature. Huh. In that case, I think I still like play a Nettle Cyst. Strip mine them now. Or do I want to just play a Sphere? They didn't have a play last turn. I think I like play Sphere, actually. It's kind of the same thing, right? think there's a chance we can like take them off mana. Next turn we can go Strip Mine Nettlecyst. Sets them pretty far behind on mana. The old tap sphere. They drew their own Strip Mine. But if they play a 3-drop, they're going to tap. And they can't play a 4-drop. Looks like they're going to play a 3-drop. Is it Lauren? Okay, so you're going to kill the Nettlecyst or Sphere. They might have to kill the Sphere. Like, they're going to get Strip Mined, right? I feel like you might have to kill the Sphere. I didn't think Sphere was going to be good in this game. It's kind of interesting that this game went in a way where Sphere is good. Like, if they hit Nettlecyst, sure, they get in for one, but then I Strip Mine them, play a creature, and they can't cast a spell for the rest of the game. I guess they're going to start drawing cards with Lauren. They just hit my Soul Ring. Huh. I can tell you that that's not actually good right now, but... So I guess I just lead on Inspector though, right? No, I guess Nettlecyst attacks next turn. I think Nettlecyst is just better. And there's, I guess the Inspector comes into play tapped, so. I think we're winning here. Yeah. Got there. All right, welcome back, Vintage Gamers. Round 3. Opponent might be on Lurrus Breach. They're on Lurrus. I've got, the classic Shops hand. Not enough. Not enough mana. Don't think this one's keepable, unfortunately. Just did not end up with enough mana to keep this one. All right, let's mulligan. Oh, all my good hands. I used them all up. This one is also garbage. All right. This one's not great, but... So I can go Revoker Null Rod, but that's kind of dumb because it just leaves me with a dead Soul Ring anyways. So I can just go Workshop Null Rod. I guess that's what we're doing. This is not a very good hand. Null Rod is very good against my opponent's deck, but well, they did force it. Or Spitching Force, right? I mean, if they wasteland me, we die. Booble. Look at their library. Don't think that means we're getting wastelanded then. Oh, maybe they still could, I guess. Why? I play all the vintage decks. Powerful Wizard. Oh, Sahar, I just filmed my version of the one that you put out, actually. Not the Gauntlet one, the challenge one, the showdown one. Should be exciting. Opponent is in the tank. This is round 3 of 7. QQE's back. Mog, Montolio. Classic. All right, basic island. So they didn't want to fetch. Sapphire. Island cycle. Wait, so they did want to fetch. They just wanted to play basic island because they don't have a fetch land. I see. All right, well. Time to get revoking. I'm gonna get my Bowmastered is what I'm gonna get. Unfortunately, I can't get rid of their Underground Sea because they played a basic first. I think I'm just gonna double name Sapphire. I don't think we're winning this game for what it's worth, but we'll give it our best shot. At least this way, a Bowmaster doesn't kill me. God, they're just going to get Lurrus in there. Yeah, here's the Bowmaster. So now I can either Bowmaster, or I can copy Revoker on Pearl and hit this. Preordain. Interesting. Let me look at this Underworld Breach list. I saw it in the 5-0s this morning. Four Bowmaster, 3 Breach, 2 Preordain, 2 Spell Pierce, Brain Freeze, Pure Grixis with Volt Key. Interesting. Another Wasteland. I think I'm just gonna Bowmaster. I think it's slightly better. I mean, maybe it's worse. But because I'm gonna like Wasteland this, and they still can't use Sapphire, this doesn't actually make any mana in their deck. Colored full mana. And this at least, if I hadn't drawn a Wasteland that I can like hit a Saga, I don't think I would have made this play. I mean, I don't really find Bowmaster to be very powerful, but whatever makes you happy. Bowmaster reminds me a lot of like Ragavan and other strong new cards that are overrated. The Pearl does cast Lurrus if they have another blue-black land. But I had double Wasteland. I don't know. Another Saga? Oh, that's probably not good for me. Yeah, I mean, I think Ragavan should have been there to stay as well, but it is what it is. That's a really good draw if they don't draw another land, I guess. I don't think it's bad. Like, I think both the lines are fine. I'm drawing a lot of Revokers in this game. My opponent's on less baubles than a normal deck, though, so maybe it's worse. But they are on double Preordain, but they've already used, like, a bunch of their draws, so... The problem is, if my opponent does get... I mean, they also have Volcanic Island that doesn't cast Lurrus, right? So this does let them make a Saga token, though, so I'm pretty sure we're still losing on this board. Kind of need to draw like an Ancient Tomb here so I can mix Saga tokens. Soul Ring's on the bottom of my deck. It does not do it. It does not do it. Things are bad. So my opponent just gets Black Lotus now, and they just Black Lotus out Lurrus, and then they Black Lotus out, or then they just play the Bone Master. Looks like we're dead. I think we just mulligan too many times, right? Like we had to mulligan to 5. If we had 7 cards, I think we're winning this game. But at this point, I think it's just lost. Also, they have a ton of removal, huh? Bolts as well. Well, they're playing like a Grixis Underworld Breach version. All right, I'm just gonna concede. There's like no reason to play this out. My opponent is way too far ahead. My cards were just not good enough. My null rod got forced, right? That was the biggest problem in this game. Is I just like had to jam null rod and it got forced. If my opponent was null rodded, it does feel like it's hard for my opponent to play the game. Null rod does look good here. Chalice looks good here. Kind of think we're pre-boarded, really. Maybe we can play Crucible. Metamorph doesn't seem very good here. Well, I guess it hits Bowmaster and Lurrus. I guess like Stone Coil doesn't really seem any good here. Stone Coil doesn't seem to do it. I mean, Revoker getting Bowmastered is like pretty bad, but like Revoker is so good besides that. But maybe a Strike Revoker getting Bowmastered is just like too much. Might just be too much. Feel like one needle is correct. Don't feel like I need Shadow Sphere. I don't really feel like Worm is like the way to go. I don't know. I guess it's fine because they're not white. It's not like my opponent is playing the derpy blue white or blue black Lurrus. They're playing Breach combo. You know? I feel like it's a bit different. No, I don't really feel like Shadow Sphere does anything, whereas I feel like Worm actually threatens. Let's try this. It's kind of weird. My opponent's on like a bit of a brew, so. Yeah, I think the big problem was we just did not have the necessary cards. This hand's sick. Saga Sapphire Null Rod into Academy. This hand's so sweet. Want to braid two dress downs. A null. I considered playing Prison Shops today because I think it seems reasonable into like the going over the top of Lurrus Saga nonsense. Like theoretically, you want to play ahead of curve creatures so that they can't get negated. So you want to play like a thing like a Golos is like pretty strong against them. But I just don't know if it's like powerful enough deck really to justify playing. But theoretically, it does match into the Lurrus Saga metagame, so. Oath doesn't exist. Like Oath is a 2% meta share. Who cares about the Oath matchup? Like, why do we care about the Oath matchup? We should care about the 20% of the field matchup. I mean, what do you want from me? Like the metagame is shifted. Oath is less than 3% of the metagame right now. I mean, that doesn't mean Oath is bad. Like, I think I might play Oath next weekend in the showcase. We've been over this. The old frame Crucible doesn't exist on Magic Line, or it's bugged in GoatBots. So if I didn't see it in GoatBots, I didn't buy it. This is why I have all nice looking cards, because if I didn't have all nice looking cards, I would simply be like yelled at every stream by and every YouTube video by people. Why do I think Oath declined so much? Because it's not good into blue-white Containment Priest. Oath was not ever like a broken deck. It was simply a good metagame call. That's a pretty good draw, actually, because it lets me just play this Crucible this turn. Man, they had Force of Will, pitch Force of Will for my Crucible. It's really strong there. They decided not to counter the Null Rod, but they countered the Force of Will. Looks like that's going to pay off for us, though. Wait, why did they play Urza Saga here? Isn't that terrible? Like, there's no way they ever activate this Urza Saga, right? Because I guess they could have... Like, they can't ever abrade it in time. I don't even think I'm supposed to Wasteland that. Like, I'm not supposed to Wasteland this, right? It doesn't actually do anything. I guess it could let them cast Abrade if they have Volcanic Follow-Up. They just have another force. There's no way they were supposed to let Null Rod resolve. That's crazy. Wait, why am I Wastelanding this? They just used blue card force. I'm so stupid. Oh, they just had a second Saga, I see. I shouldn't have wasted. Wasting was pretty bad. Or I could have wasted and then played Sphere. Like, playing a Saga into a Null Rod, like, means your Saga doesn't do anything unless you have an Ancient Tomb in your deck. Like, it's going to disappear. This is only a 3/3. Kind of a bad number. Oh, I should have just played the Strip Mine and made it a 4/4. They have another blue card force. In what world did we not counter this Null Rod? So confused. How can my opponent have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 Force of Wills in their hand and they just didn't counter Null Rod? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh. I need 2 more mana to cast this Wormcoil Engine. I mean, if I ever get my Academy Wastelanded, I'm locked. I guess they had to steal Sabotage, but they didn't have any blue mana. Urza Saga is not a blue mana. If I ever get Wastelanded, I just instantly lose the game. All right. Well, now I instantly win the game. I don't think I can win this game if my opponent just forced Null Rod to start the game. I'm pretty sure we just lost on the spot. Maybe I'm wrong. I could be wrong. I wasn't paying super much attention to the game, unfortunately. Unfortunately, we started doing that data thing, and now my mind is just like racing in the background, like thinking about it. I mean, this hand's good for sure. It's actually like a kind of an annoying looking sequence though, right? Like, what am I even sequencing here? It's definitely a keep, but not as strong as the last one. That null rod looked really good. Maybe I should have played 4 null rods. Did I play 4 null rods? I think I played 4 null rods. I did play 4 null rods. I guess the sequence is, I mean, if I draw a Mox, it's easy sequence. I drew a null rod. Nice. So I can go Workshop, Automaton, Soul Ring, Null Rod. Kind of like that a lot. They're going to force this? I feel like I like that a lot for us. They're not going to force this. They just started paying costs. Please don't mental misstep this. I'll lose my mind. I will absolutely lose my mind if you mental misstep this. Soul Steel Sabotage it? You can't be serious, man! Like, there's just no way. There's no way you don't have enough cuts to get rid of the card that has one target in it. You can't be real. How does this happen to me every time, chat? I get hit by the random things that people don't sideboard out that make no sense. Ah! Why am I getting mental misstepped? It's fine. Not a big deal. I did type in a bunch of question marks in chat, so my opponent might be responding to my salts. Yo, they even fetched a volcanic here. Isn't that kind of bold? They paid mana and fetched a volcanic. Wild. Don't care about wasteland, maybe? I guess their mana, like their deck is like really mana intensive. That is not what I wanted to pull up. Their deck like needs like red mana, black mana, right? Strip mine. This is Lurrus Breach. They didn't show me any artifacts, so I'm just gonna play the automaton and get cooking here. I like our spot in this game for what it's worth. I guess if I get second wastelanded, I don't like our spot, but I don't hate our spot. These things cannot be lightning bolted, which is sick. Saga Gaming. Where's my wasteland? I think I'm gonna play Null Rod. And then if they counter it, I'll hit the Saga. And if they don't counter it, I'll hit the Volcanic. I guess this opens it up to getting abraded, though. So maybe I shouldn't have done that. Hmm. Do I have to hit Saga anyways? Tempo, baby. I think I hate this line for what it's worth. Yeah. Yeah. I think what I should have done is I should have. I mean, there was no like super good way of doing this. It's gonna be a braid my null rod or like steel sabotage my null rod or something. Brain freeze target themselves. And the null rod is in play. All right, well, now we can't win. I can't lose, right? The game is won. I have a resolved null rod and unkillable patchwork automatons. They have a saga that they can't activate. The game is won. Oh, wait, Workshops is just so broken. Who let this deck exist? I've said that now for like 3 straight streams about 3 different decks. Vintage is so broken. Who let Vintage exist? Patchwork is just like so much better than we all thought it was going to be. Like people thought it would be good. I thought it might be good, but its sequencing would be weird. Patchwork is just unbelievably good. It just might be like the best workshop beater of all time. I guess like second best because there's Lodestone Golem, but like the dude is sweet. Slaps and can't die. Big slaps. Yo, Casey, someone commented on my legacy video with the lodestones, and they were like, this deck is not even aggro. It doesn't even play Patchwork Automaton. How can it even be good? And I was just like, how do I help you? Land. No, did not draw land. Kind of unfortunate. Nettlecyst and Patchwork Automaton are just unbelievable magic cards. What is this? End of turn bounce null rod? Oh, just land cycling. Okay, so they float a mana, they get a dead card, they have... I mean, if they just kill Null Rod, I can just die this turn, right? Like, if they get a Black Lotus, they cycled for a Volcanic, they abrade my Null Rod or bounce my Null Rod, and then they play Breach, I die? So, like, I can die here. It's not, like, super unlikely, right? If they Brain Freeze themselves, they have 3 Breaches in their deck. The problem that they have is they don't have that many ways to kill my Null Rod. I saw their sideboard. Well, actually, we saw Steel Sabotage, so maybe they changed a Null to Steel Sabotage. They can Steel Sabotage or abrade my Null Rod and then have a Breach in hand, and I lose. This is kind of another reason why the Wastelanding the Volcanic Island line is like a little risky, because even just giving them a Black Lotus, even if it's turned off by Null Rod, I think it's probably, I should have just freaking Wastelanded the Saga anyways, right? He says, I wish I had milled my Steel Sabotage. Ah. So if they had milled Steel Sabotage, they could play... okay, that would also win. Yeah, so they could play Volcanic Island. Yeah, so that would just win here. If they had milled over their Steel Sabotage, they could have flashed it back from the yard with the Underworld Breach. And that would be winning. That's cool. Damn. Null Rod's so strong. Opponent and I are just chatting about their list and their recent 5-0 and how Breach is probably a little underplayed right now. I agree with all these points. The only thing I don't agree with is mental misstepping me. Why do you have mental misstep in your deck, handsome? It hurt me at my core. It's okay. We got there. All right, we're continuing. Round 4. Vintage challenge with shops. Shops. 3. That's a keeper for sure. What you got for me? Azorius Tinka. I like Mana Crypt. What do I like? I think I like Ancient Tomb, Patchwork, Mana Crypt, Sphere. All right. Does my Patchwork resolve? Question mark. Underground Sea. Ancestral Recall. Didn't even Ancestral in my upkeep. The Savage. They gonna force my Mana Crypt? I think I'm okay with that. The Disrespect. Ugh. Strip Mine. Ooh, Deathrite Shaman. We bugging out? I kind of like this spot. Even though my opponent resolved Ancestral Recall, I have an unkillable automaton. Opponent did not show Lurrus. I'm pretty sure they're just bugging out. I didn't know it was bugged because I didn't play any Moxen, you know? Where's the companion Black Lotus? The Goyf? I kind of have a Goyf. I can get this thing big enough to block. Right now. Also plays around days. Not that I think they have days, but we go Sphere, Null Rod. I guess I could attack. I feel like attacking is kind of bad though. Maybe once I have like Saga, like they have like so many more powerful cards if I attack, right? I feel like it's kind of bad. Like once I have a Saga token, then by all means. Sometimes I play Energy Flux in the main of this deck. I actually kind of like Energy Flux in the main of Bug. I think it's pretty good. I still think attacking kind of stinks, doesn't it? Like one more turn but without attacking. They made a blue mana? What does that mean? Casting Vigor? Wow, we're gonna cast Vigor, pay the ward, kill Automaton and Saga? Oh, we're dead. Sick. Yes, I see. Your last two cards were green card Vigor. Aha. I did not really expect to run into Bug when I played this deck today, and yeah, I mean, it's bad. Things are bad. I've been vanquished. Medvedev? That's a powerful wizard. All right, well, no rods are the barge. And we'll bring in Needle, Crucible, Worm Coil. We did beat the Precursor Golem deck. True. I kind of think Chalice is just not good. Bug is like, seems to be, I think Bug would be pretty reasonable into this current metagame. I don't know if it beats Blue-White Lurrus, though. Does Bug actually beat Lurrus Saga? That's the question. I don't think it does, right? Chalice on 1? I don't know. Kind of think that stinks. I guess Thorn is garbage, right? So maybe Chalice on 1's better than Thorn. I guess it depends on how many freaking creatures they play in their deck. I feel like there's a lot of variability on which cards are good based on what they're actually playing. I don't think Sphere is good. I'm not really seeing Spear being good. Maybe Spear would be fine. I don't know. They're like collector-roofing me, right? Maybe. Bro, this hand stinks. This hand stinks. I mean, I can go Lodestone Chalice 0, but like that's not even good, right? If this hand had another land, then we could play it, but we don't have another land. It stinks. We go Patchwork Chalice 1. Still stinks. Okay, where's Mulligan? What are these hands? What is going on? That's my best by a lot. I think I just need all my lands. Just gonna go like this and hope it works, I think. Yeah. I thought about cutting the chalice and I drew it every hand. Is that that's a good thing? I sure hope my opponent doesn't go land Force of Vigor me. That would be a damn shame. It would really suck if that happened. Who plays Force of Vigor? It's 2024. Get with the program. No one's playing Force of Vigor anymore. Land, Black Lotus, Collector Roof, haha, and then I go Ancient Tomb Saga tokens. Chat, did you know that I put all of the I am actually level 1 gifts onto Tenor? So you can I am actually level 1 gift people in Discord and Twitter. And sometimes even your phone. I sent my girlfriend a text today with a gif of myself. That feels like terribly narcissistic and horrible, but I'm in. Did you see them? They're sweet. We're getting vigored. We're getting vigored. We're getting vigored. It's over. Man, Shops is unplayable. Shops, terrible. They're just vigoring me. Why are we still here? Just vigor me. Bro, they pitched a collector oof. This deck is not playable in the remotest ways. Bro, I don't want to play. Can we go back to doing data? Can we go back to doing data? It's can we just do data instead? Like data is way more fun than playing shops versus force of vigor, right? Like playing bug isn't playing bug bad. Playing bug is kind of embarrassing, right? Ooh, if only I could cast that magic card. Yep. Whoa! No way, opponent! Yo, they're just gonna eat my lands. It's Jover. All right. Give me out. I'm done. I want to board out my spheres, but I don't have enough cards because I have 4 null rods. Like normally in this matchup, you would board out sphere, but you like just kind of can't do that because you have I have 4 null rods in my deck. I have to board the null rods out first. It's garbage. It's fine. It's fine. We have plenty more magic to go. All right, welcome back. Round 5 now of 7. We've got the deck 84 only plays Breach. Our hand does not have mana. Try again. Our hand has mana, but it doesn't have fast mana. This one looks like a keep, though. Maybe? How do I keep this? I go City Automaton. God, it's so bad, right? City Automaton, or Nettlesys. I mean, I could wait 1 turn and I could go Saga Go, and then on the next turn I play Automaton or Null Rod. Feels so bad though. I have to beat a 7-card Breach hand. I am on the play. Is Saga Go fine in Vintage against Underworld Breach Tinker? I don't think so. I'm gonna go City of Traders, Null Rod. Yep, that's my line. I don't like it. I don't think it's good, but that's my line. I don't think we can get away with the... Oh my god, I played an automaton. I'm dead. I killed myself by playing the wrong card. For anyone wondering why I couldn't go Automaton Go, this is why. For anyone wondering why I couldn't go Saga Go, this is why. My opponent is the deck 84. They have a Black Lotus in their hand. They are basically Renee. I just autopiloted. And now it's doomed. Hard cast negation, looks like. have to hold the strip mine in case they have a saga of their own. I mean, they probably. I wanted to play the no rod, and this is why, and I didn't do it. Now I have to live with the consequences. But I think it's a good lesson learned, right? Like, it's a pretty reasonable example of why, if you were to keep that hand, you couldn't go Saga Go, and you couldn't go City Patchwork. So, I'm not, like, super bad about it, because it did result in some things that were good. Kind of need to draw Moxen, though. Spin or Hold Breacher? I don't know if, like, going to 5 was, like, better, but... So the good news is our Saga gets us a Soul Ring. If it gets there. Opponent could have Strip Mine, I guess. Blue, black, demonic, Time Walk. I mean, they haven't really drawn the best cards, but oh, hello, the best cards. Good to see you. Like if they had a force, the result is basically the same. But if they didn't have a force, then they would have just gone ancestral off of land, and then. I mean, we're just dead. All right, cool. Yeah, that's fine. Like, it's possible that this game was just not like remotely winnable anyways on a mold of 6 with the hand we kept. So, all right, I am going to bring in a Grafdigger's Cage. Is that it? Metamorph out. 2 cages. Opponent is Tinker and Breach, so Cage gets a little bit better. We're basically pre-boarded for this matchup with our 4 Null Rods in the main. It's probably just 2 cages. Go. God, these hands are just like not it. Not it. I feel like we've done some serious mulliganing in the back half of this tournament. Like, these hands are just not it. I mean, I'm keeping this one, but I think I'm going to keep the Lodestone even though I can't really cast it because I think it's just a higher upside. No, I think siding in ley lines is not worth it because they have too many other ways to win. It's not like it's... If they were Lurrus Breach with no other ways to win, you could theoretically side in ley line, but like even Lurrus Breach with no other ways to win now has like Saga and Bowmasters and Lurrus, so it just doesn't really work out that well. There are no like turbo Breach decks like Legacy, so it's just not the right attack. Land, I need a land, I need a land. Soul Ring is not it, but we'll take it, I guess. My mulligan was not very strong, but I had to keep it, I think. Soul Ring of their own. Kind of need... I don't even know what I need at this point. It looks so bad. Kind of need a Null Rod, but I don't have any mana to play through a Null Rod. Drew my Null Rod. So I can go... I don't have enough mana to do anything. I need to make a board before I play this Null Rod. I can't play a Lodestone and a Nettle Cyst. Can't really turn off their Soul Ring with my Revoker. I could just play a Golem and a Nettle Cyst. Just die to Hercules. I could get a mana crypt. I can make a golem, get a mana crypt, provoke Pearl or something. I think I need to play one more turn of like playing cards before I play an Rod. I think this is just supposed to name Mox Pearl. Just get like a singular wasteland going here. I have 5 mana for my next turn. So if I draw like a workshop, I'll have 8 mana, and I could maybe go Nettlecyst Rod. I mean, they can just Hercules me at any time, right? Like, can't really stop it. Ancient Tomb. All right, let's play. If I want to play around Hercules to the best of my degree here, what do I do? Okay, I can still play Hercules if I null rod them, so that doesn't really help. I want to play pre-combat artifacts. 1, so if they Hercules in combat, I can replay them, and 2. The problem is if I play an Ancient Tomb and they just end step Hercules anyways, I mean, I'm just gonna have nothing no matter what, right? So let's just use our mana in case I can bait attack step Hercules. Well, leaving 2 untapped. I'm definitely leaving 2 untapped to like try to bait like a Hercules during attacks here so that I can replay all my stuff. But I just like don't know that I can actually bait a Hercules in attacks. And this Ancient Tomb does nothing post board or post combat because I have a freaking sphere. So like I don't think I have anything here really. Like I kind of need to play Null Rod on this turn, right? If they like don't have a Hercules. Opponent is a boomer though. They have a Hercules, right? I think this was bad play. I think I was supposed to play pre-combat Nettlecyst and post-combat Null Rod. I think that was a better play. They have Hercules. Okay. All right. Discard. I don't think I can really beat Hercules there. I just didn't have enough pressure to force a combat Hercules. So next turn I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. No, 6 mana total. So I can play Lodestone Null Rod is probably the play. So I just pitch Sphere. I guess pitching Sphere is worse than pitching. I could have go like Revoker Null Rod Sphere, I guess. I guess if they do nothing, then we just need to put as much pressure on them as we can. These constructs are going to be a little large. It's a hard cast force. Okay. I want to let them spin before... Oh, I'm just going to name Sensei's top now. No, I think I'm going to play the Null Rod. I guess I don't need to play the Null Rod now. Oh, they just have Lightning Bolt as their last card. Let's see. I don't think Null Rod wins here anymore, though. That's the real problem. Aren't I just losing to constructs? You're at 8. I just can't play anything after, though. So I guess I can't even play Null Rod anymore because I don't have any creatures. Yikes. I mean, I'm just dying to sagas, right? I have no way to force my creatures through. I should play my cards. These are two like really boomer decks, right? Bug and Grixis Tinker Breach. They're both very good against workshops, but they're both very small play percentages. Basically, the deck 84 is like one of one or two players who will play Breach in a tournament, and very few players are playing Bug right now. Kind of just unlucky pairings, metagame wise. Are we hardcasting a force? That'd be sick. Please, 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 please hardcast force of will, not of negation. What is this? Take through time? Dismember? Take through time? Dress down. That doesn't affect Nettle Cyst. It's not a creature. Does mean they can't make a freaking construct, though. I'm pretty sure we just won the game. Wait. They make a construct here, but then they draw a bad Sensei's top. They get a Black Lotus. Hello? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wait, did they just accidentally not make a construct? Uh-oh. Oh, no. Wait a second. Is it winning? They have one card and a Sensei's top, right? I think it's winning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, it's a 5/5. They're at 8. I'm at 8. A strip mine? They trade. They go to 2. I kill their Saga and they need to draw an out. Wait a second. Did we squeeze one out here? Ooh, I think we might have. Oh, I think we might have. Opponent didn't want a construct. Oh no. Oh no. Oh. There's no way, right? There's no way. Blue, dress down, draw. I think that's it. They have to have yeah. Oh wait, that's only game 2? No one told me this was game 2. Oh shit. Damn. I guess it's game 2. That's so bad for us. I had no idea. Is Trap good against them? My opponent just randomly missed 2 constructs and we won. Very odd. Very odd. All right, I'm just gonna play this like this, I guess. Oh, I just don't like Chalice on the draw. What are these hands? Where are my broken lands? Where are my Moxen? I can't keep a hand like this. Why? This is a legacy hand. This is a worse than a legacy hand. Okay, sure. That's fine. I didn't deserve to win last game anyways. They're gonna beat me 3-0. Turn 1 Vault Key? Jeez, turn 1 Talarian? Tinkered Vault Key? There's natural Vault Key? Where's my Mind Break Trap? Alright, you got me. They're too good. I'm not freaking playing out waiting for Crypt. Get that out of my life. All right. On the play, round 6 of 7. This hand has mana. This looks like a keep to me. I'm thinking I'm going to go Workshop Thorn so that next turn I can go Saga, Automaton, Null Rod. I think that makes the most sense here. There's like a couple other variations, but I think this one makes the most sense. So I have to see what my opponent decides to do with this tax. Oh, I guess I can't go Saga. I have to go Tomb. But at least it lets me like play Null Rod, Strip Mine. There's a bunch of other things. If they strip mine me, then I can just go Ancient Tomb, Patchwork, City, Ruby. Is this like mono red Stompy? Magus of the Moon? Okay. Glad I didn't play my Urza Saga, I guess. All right, that's a pretty good draw here. I'm going to play this over playing the Automaton because I want to restrict my opponent's mana. Aggro Shops versus Mono Red Stompy. Typically, I like the Aggro Shops side of this matchup. Depends on their sideboard hate, though. Tree Ball. Can't cast that one. Can't attack. I guess I can attack. I shouldn't have played my Strip Mine out because I can just be holding up Saga. Feels pretty hard for them to make this block, right? I really, really, really wish I had not played my Strip Mine out, though. That was pretty silly of me. All right, time to grow Automaton. They still don't have a Ruby usable yet. Mono red Stompy, huh? Interesting. Another red land. Now they have 3 mana plus Thorn. Excuse me. Can't play like a Fable. Interesting. Can't play my Saga out. I guess that means I'm just supposed to play a Null Rod. Can't attack with this Automaton. Just have to attack with the Revoker that's now useless. I guess I could trade the Automaton. It's kind of highly incentivized for them to trade this because they're not going to be able to kill this Automaton. And then I play a Saga. It's still like, it's just so hard for them to beat an Automaton that it's probably not worth it. Though the problem is this land automatically dies when there's a Magus of the Moon in play. That's just how it works. 2 Magus of the Moon. So I need to draw a different land if I want to play Nettle Cyst. If I can draw a different land, it seems like a pretty easy win. Another Null Rod. Well, not the worst draw. The good news is I didn't trade with a Magus and then play a Saga and have it immediately die. And I am winning the race. The bad news is I still don't have enough mana. Because this thing costs 1 more. They drew another land. Uh-oh. Fable time? Fable time. Now I have no good attacks. Oh, unless they do that. Come on, baby. Land. Not Saga. Jet. Okay. They get to loot 2 cards here. Things are bad. At some point, I can just hold back my automaton and they have really bad attacks, but... just depends on, like... I guess I can get Furied still. Blood Moon, Null Rod have been pitched. Both decks just have a bunch of Null Rods in them. Too funny. All right, 1 attacker. There's a problem here, though. If they do 1 attacker and I cast a spell, they don't have any good blocks. 2 attackers. 3 attackers. That means we're getting Furied, or means they have a blocker. One of the two. Again, if we just draw a land and play a Nettlecyst, it's probably fine. They have a blocker. Land? Not Saga? Cool. So I can just go play a Nettlecyst pre-combat, and that will give me a lethal automaton, which they have to block, and then I'll just hold the rest of my team back. And then I'll just attack with my lethal creatures every turn. So if I do that and they kill that and then they attack, yeah, that's fine. That's all we needed this whole game was that land draw for the Nettlecyst. Took us a long time to get there. At some point, my opponent can make a blocker every turn with their flipped Fable. And at some point, they could even like make as many tokens as they have mana. So we do have to press the issue here. They get another double loot. I think we're going to lose this game, looks like. I think we just drew our land too late. Hardcast Fury's good here. Kill this. Attack all. I guess that does not very good. Yeah, they have Fury, it looks like. Oh no, they have another Fable. And this is so bad for me. They just have infinite creatures. I'm definitely need to draw a creature on this turn. Drew another Saga. These are both lethal attackers, so I just need to attack and force them. They can triple block Patchwork if they wanted to. They don't. This is not a lethal attack unless they find Fury. But they're looting 2 cards again. So my opponent like outdrew me like crazy in this game, huh? They drew so many cards. Kind of a wild one. Chromox, Ancient Tomb. Goblin Rabble Master. Copy Goblin Rabble Master. Why not play Trinisphere here? It just doesn't do anything. Or you're asking why not play Saga? When the answer would be it would die immediately. So if they make a copy of Rabble Master, it makes 2 goblins. They attack with 2 goblins. I block the Rabble Master and live. Wait. No, it's fine. I think we're just dead. Not this turn. I think it takes next turn, but... Yeah, but the bigger automaton doesn't matter. My opponent is at 5 life. It's not a necessary. It doesn't do anything. Ooh, they just accidentally attack with their Kiki Jiki. Is that enough to make me win? No, you can't anymore. You passed the phase where you could use your Kiki Jiki. It's a goblin you have to attack. Okay, so we get to trade a Revoker for this. And then they have to block with either Rabble Master or Kiki or Magus. Come on, draw me like a Nettlecyst or something. City. If they block with Magus and Reflection, I die on the swing back. Still lose. Unfortunate. I needed to draw a creature there. If I drew a creature there, I think we win this game because if they block Magus Reflection, then we can just block the Rabble Master, take 4, go to 1, and win on the swing back. That's so frustrating. Just did not draw the right set of cards here. Maybe they'll block with... I guess I still die even if they block with Rabble Master Magus because I still die to attack for 5. So I'm just dead here either way, so it doesn't matter. Damn. Yeah, there was nothing I could do here. I just needed to draw more creatures. Or the Wasteland for the Nettlecyst to turn or 2 earlier would have also done it. My opponent, any blocks my opponent makes beats me, so it doesn't actually matter, right? If they think I have a creature, their best block is Rabble Master Magus, I assume. Maybe? No, I guess if they think I have a creature, their best block is... Nah, I don't know. Doesn't matter much. Unfortunately, they have exactly 5 damage here. Damn. Okay, sweet. Oh, I mean, he's thinking I'm holding a creature till post-combat is what he's thinking. Which is what I would like to have been doing if I was, given that option. I just never was given that option. Close game. My opponent outdrew me by 7 cards, and I could not get there. Okay. Post board, I got Worm Coils. I have Shadow Spear. I have I guess maybe Crucible, maybe Needle, maybe Trap. I don't think those cards are particularly good against my opponent. Definitely don't want Null Rod. Chalice on the play still looks good. I don't actually think Crucible is very good against my opponent. So it's just maybe Null Rod's out for Shadow Spear, Wormcoil, Needle. It's probably the best place to go with this. Yeah, all right. That's fine. I mean, I still think this matchup's pretty good for us. We just need to have the right kind of hands. That looks pretty reasonable. Oh, it's just if I get I need more lands. If I go turn 1 Automaton and they go turn 1 Blood Moon, the stupid Saga doesn't fucking make any mana. Because Saga is just not a good magic card. Do I just keep it anyways? I feel like I can't. I feel like I have to mulligan this. Just not enough Moxen in my hand. I guess Moxen get Null Rotted, but I can't keep this hand. It has to have another non-Saga land in it. No Answers to Moon. My deck is mono brown. I do not play Answers to Blood Moon because there are none that exist in the game. I guess that's not true. I could play Ratchet Bomb or something, but that's not really how you battle. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. Sure, Masticore, sure. Okay, fine. There are answers, but like, there's no such thing as a mono red deck in Vintage. All right. None of my words are true. I'm just a freaking liar. I think I have to mulligan this. Mulligan this. Okay, mulligan. I mulligan to a 1-lander. Sick. I will mulligan again. Okay. I've done a lot of mulliganing in the back half of this tournament. It's been quite bad for me. The back half of this tournament has not gone very well in terms of keeps, so. Yes, I'm on 5. I can't do very much. It has to be done. That is so bad for me. There's 1 strip mine in their entire deck. There's 1 strip mine in the entire deck. That's it. I drew a workshop. Everything's fine. Think I'm supposed to play the Nettlecyst before the Patchwork Automaton. I guess if I draw a land, that's not true. I guess I'll play the Patchwork. I guess the problem is if I get Blood Mooned, I can't play the Nettlecyst, right? I guess it's like really hard for me to get Blood Moon through a sphere. How do I know? I know everything. I know every vintage deck 75. Like the back of my hand. Oh, that's a new card. No, it's just you don't play Wastelands in your Blood Moon deck, but you do play 1 Strip Mine because it's broken. Yeah, I made a video with that deck, Wizard. It's pretty fun. It almost top 8'd Eternal Weekend, but Dan kicked its butt in the last round and top 8'd instead. Oh. You know my dumb brain? My dumb brain is full to the brim with vintage deck lists. I can't remember important things, but boy, can I remember a mono red prison 75. Void Mirror? Oh, not like this. We're just getting our ass kicked, man. I wish I'd played the stupid Nettlecyst. I guess this thing grows bigger than an Nettles if I just cast things into Void Mirror over and over again. I don't know. Like, the first 3 matches of this event were so good, and then the back 3 matches were like, get bugged, get Volt Keyed turn 1, get Void Mirrored. Like, I don't know. Whatever. It's fine. It's no big deal. Oh, baby. Get out of here, City of Traders. What are we doing? We're playing a Fury? Nope. 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 We might win this game. Void Mirror is not it, chat. Let me tell you a story. Void Mirror, not it. That's the whole story. Thanks for listening. It always fucks you over. I didn't play the Stone Coil Serpent here because I think I still want to have the ability to like play it with a Tolarian Academy next turn. But now I'll just cast it. It's fine. Do I lose this game because I missed 1 damage? No, I don't think the 1 damage matters, right? Oh, Ancient Tomb. I need to cast another... Oh, that card's real good right now. Hello? They're going to have to play a Blood Moon. Wait, this is why I should have kept the Stone Coil Serpent in my hand. Blood Moon, Void Mirror, not a combo. Mostly cards, Void Mirror, not a combo. Oh god, they could have hard cast their Fury this turn. That's crazy. They actually could have hard cast Fury this turn. All right, I guess we're playing another game. Oh, I guess I did. Because they activated Ancient Tomb, I did miss out on a turn because I missed 2 damage, right? So I did actually regret not playing the Stone Coil. Sheesh. Okay. All right, Void Mirror scores us a nice win. Big, huge. Do we play Mindbreak Trap on the draw? Probably. I think all of these like Thorn and Chalice effects are garbage on the draw. Trinisphere is pretty bad on the draw. I guess I will just play Crucible. Crucible's so bad against exactly Blood Moon, but I don't know. I can't Chalice them, and I can't 3-ball them, really, so just gotta be better than those. They're gonna turn 1 Void Mirror me, and I'll actually lose. What is this? Where are my powerful magic cards? Anyone? Anyone know? Any knowers? Has anyone found them? They're missing. I think I have to mulligan this. It doesn't do anything. I think Shadowspear's fine in Vintage. What are you talking about, chat? They kept 7. I'll mulligan. Keep. Bottom Crucible. Go. This is it. This is the one. This is my hand. We're doing it. We're doing it live. Null Rod. Blood Moon. You're dead. You're dead, son. Wait, did they just exile a Simian Spirit Guide to a Chrome Box? A classic outing. Oh, wait, Fable? Fable? Oh, now we have to actually think about our sequencing here. Okay, so if I lead Workshop, Automaton, Soul Ring, Mana Crypt, Inspector. It's the biggest possible automaton. If I lead Saga, Soul Ring, Automaton, Mana Crypt, nothing. If I lead Saga, Mana Crypt, Inspector, Soul Ring, Automaton, that makes the smallest automaton, but does put a Saga in play. It's probably just a Workshop. Saga is not good. Like, they just play a Blood Moon and my Saga dies, right? And then I just have no automaton to show for my hard efforts here. Foundry Inspector kind of garbage, though. All right. Well, 3 cards in hand. They get to go up to 4 cards. Then Fable. My best draw is Wormcoil if they don't null rod me, I guess. Stonecoil Serpent. They don't play Meltdown. Get out of here with that nonsense. Nonsense. They play Pulverize. They don't have any mountains yet, but they can. They go Shatter Skull Summit, Blood Moon, Pulverize. It's okay. I don't have decisions to make. I made my decision. It was my mulliganing and my sequencing, and now my decisions are done. I have no more decisions. So Wormcoil is still castable after Null Rod. True. True statement. Factually accurate. True. You don't like Bug, Wizard? Come on. You don't like Bug? Who doesn't like a good Bug outing? My opponent discarded 1 card and then played Void Mirror. All right, Void Mirror, not the end of the world here, considering we do have a Saga. And if they want to kill my Saga with a Blood Moon, that turns off the Void Mirror. So, not a big deal. I think this is an attack all angle here. All right, well, I need you to answer my Saga or you lose. Or if you hit Aggro Shops. Is Power 9 on Moto expensive? It is not. But Chrome Moxen notably makes red, whereas other Moxen do not. Overloaded Vandal Blast? All right. Oh, come on. Be real, opponent. Come on. Who does that? Who overloads the Vandal Blast like that? This is a winnable game. We get hit for 4, but then we make a 3/3s, and then we get a thing that lets us play through Void Mirror. Now, if my opponent Blood Moons me, we no longer can do that. We could get a Lotus if we want to cast Trap too. If we I don't think we do, but can't revoke treasure tokens. Can't equip Spear this turn. Y'all think Sphere is actually better than simply getting like a Sapphire and being able to play the game? I mean, I'm dead to Vandal Blast anyways. I mean, I could get a Black Lotus and play Saga and counter Vandal Blast. Actually, I feel like that's kind of good, isn't it? Like, they didn't play anything that turn, and they have 3 cards in hand, and I'm about to make 2 3/3s, and I have another Saga going. That actually is good. Should I attack? No, I need my life. Yeah, I mean, my opponent can have like Fury or Vandal. Like, that's why I think we actually are supposed to go trap, right? Like, my opponent has 3 cards in hand. They chose to play none of them. That means they're either all lands and Moxen, or they're like big removal spells. And I have another Saga coming. If they play a Blood Moon, I still have to counter it. I guess if they play 2 Blood Moons, I lose. What am I going to do? Hard cast Fury. I think it's not a stretch. I think it's actually the best choice. I might have to take 4 here. I mean, they can still play a post-combat Blood Moon here, and I'm still pretty losing, right? Exclamation mark deck should get you there. They didn't attack? That's really big for us. We can beat this Void Mirror the minute we draw or the minute we finish our Saga. If we finish our Saga, we get a Moxen, and the Moxen lets us play through Void Mirror. Looks like they had all lands in their hand. They should have made a end step Goblin Shaman. So Saga token, untap, Saga token. And then I'm going to go get a Moxen. I guess I could get a Shadow Spear, but I mean, just playing a Moxen here is much better, right? Getting a Moxen lets me play a Nettle Cyst. And then they block. They have to block 2 of them. Well, I don't think we need to Needle Reflection because they're not going to have any creatures, right? Like if they play a Fury and make a second Fury, we're not losing to that. Well, we're losing to, I guess we're gonna lose to Overloaded Vandal Blast no matter what. I don't know. I can only play one spell a turn because I have to use a colorful mana to get through the Void Mirror. Don't think we're supposed to win that, but we'll take it. We just beat Overloaded Vandal Blast for like 6 permanents. Wild. All right, here we go. Win and possibly into top 8. We are on the play versus the Jewel Prince himself. We need a Null Rod in our opener, please. No Null Rod. It's a mulligan. We're going to mulligan to a Null Rod, probably. Or like a Trinisphere, like even a Trinisphere hand might not even be that good. Like a Trinisphere hand or a Null Rod hand. Mulligan. Null Rod. We're in. We're in. Let's go. I want to keep this needle I think the needle can name Saga and that's their way out of Null Rod though, right? Like theoretically, like they have 2 ways out of Null Rod. They have metamorph my stuff and make Saga tokens. I guess I have a Wasteland, so I shouldn't actually be worried about a Saga. I mean, they also have to not have blue card force, right? So, see if that happens first. F6. They're so good at this game. They have like a 30% chance in their opener to have blue card force. It's like way less. It's like nothing. They're so good, man. It's impossible. There's no way, man. There's no way. You they have blue card force, blue source PO on turn 1. All right, they're too good. They're just too good. They're too good. What am I gonna do? He's the best player on the platform. He's just the best. He's the best. 7 card, Force of Will blue card, 5 Moxen, Mox Opal, PO. You're dead. Nice deck, idiot. It's just a player diff. It's just a player diff. All right, on the play, I will mulligan to a Null Rod. Do I have a Null Rod? This one does have Lotus, Inspector, Sphere. I don't think this is good enough. Lotus, Inspector, Sphere. I mean, Sphere's like not good enough. And I don't think Trap is good enough either. Like, Trap is definitely good, and I want a Trap, but I just don't think this hand is gonna win. I'm gonna mulligan this hand. I have a Null Rod, but I don't have a mana. I have double Mindbreak Trap Null Rod. Do I just try to keep it and see if I can draw a mana for turn? Yeah, I think so. I think this is a keep. I'm just gonna bottom this, and then I'm gonna keep Saga, double trap, pass, and then try to draw land for Null Rod and hope this gets us there. I feel like that's fine. Not sure it gets a lot better than that. I mean, it does get better than that. Like turn 1 Null Rod is like gets better than that, but for a 1-land hand that has a Null Rod, you can't cast it. 2 trap is probably fine. All right. Ancient Tomb. Lotus. Ring. Karn! They didn't even have to cast 2 spells to Karn! Wait, if we Null Rod, do we mill out first? Who mills out first? Wait. Does Null Rod win? No, wait, it's only my side, right? No. Wait. No, it's Lattice is the one that wins. Ah! If I Null Rod, I just blinks my whole board. I just lose. Wait. Land Revoker on Karn? Maybe that wins? I did draw my land. I was thinking about Lattice is the one where it's both sides. But Revoker on Karn's kind of nutty, right? Karn, the Great Creator, no longer can be activated. Have an active Urza Saga. Not really an active Urza Saga, but I can attack this Karn. Oh my god, I think we're winning. Wait a second. Just 1 second. This just gets a Soul Ring, right? In 2 turns. Yeah. Wait a second. I'm gonna beat turn 1 Karn? There's no way. There's simply no way. Blue mana. Time Walk. Uh-oh. I can't believe they just drew blue mana. Not like this. What is this? What is this? Hercules Recall? There's no shot! There is no way you have Hercules in your deck! You have 4 blue sources in your deck! You can't be serious! I can't believe they just drew blue card and put blue land and played Hercules Recall out of freaking Jewel. It's just, that's not math. He's the best. He's the best. He's the best player. He's the best player. He's just the best player. Jewel, I don't know. Jewel's made up. Jewel's fake. Jewel's a psyop to convince people to play bad cards. Unless your name is Prince, you don't get to play Jewel. No Jewel for you. Drew Workshop. Doesn't do anything, right? Because they just play a lattice and have a creature, and then their creature's bigger than mine, and they win. Maybe I was supposed to Mind Break Trap the Ruby. Thinking back at the start of this game, when I Mind Break Trapped the Grim Monolith, if I had Mind Break Trapped the Ruby, I would have been in a better spot. So it's my fault. I'm bad. Mm. Maybe they won't float a mana. I guess I can just name Black Lotus. No, they just have 4. He's too good. He's too good. He's too good. All right, chat. That's a anticlimactic way to end our top 8 run here. But you know, sometimes you get vintaged. Aggro Shops still pretty damn good. We ran into some problematic matchups in the middle of this set where we had to play against Bug into Grixis Tinker, which I think are pretty much just the worst possible matchups you could think of. And then obviously we were destroyed by the Prince himself. So not a bad run all overall, a 4-3. We'll get our money back here, but we were just outside the ability to get that top 8. So the Vintage Showcase is fast approaching. Next weekend is the first Vintage Showcase of 2024. I will be tryharding on stream. I want to top 8 a Vintage Showcase so I can play in the Showcase qualifier event. The only way I'm really going to play another Pro Tour is if I qualify for the mocks. So putting all I can into next week's event. Hope I'll see you there. Until then, more vintage content on this YouTube channel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I will see you then.